All right. Here we go. Today I got Malik Jefferson on the pod. The vibes are up. The piss is hot. We're fired up. Malik, welcome to Bring the Juice, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
This is you could feel the energy on this table right now. It's nuclear, bro. I love that shit. Fires me up. Let's just get into it real quick, Malik. You know, you're on the Cowboys right now. Obviously, you went through college football to get to this point. Talk to me just about, your why. Because it's hard to play in the league. It's hard to play the game of football. A lot of adversity strikes. We'll get into that. But what's the thing that gets you up out of bed and says, hey, I got to go get this. I got to go get this work in. I got to keep pushing myself.
It's definitely my family. Now I'm not married or anything yet, but one day I will be. So it's kind of like playing for that also for my future family, but my current family, they supported me a lot and did a lot for me and still do to this day. And when you have family that supports you, I'm pretty sure you know the same. It's going through college football and stuff like that. It makes a big difference. And
huge.
I appreciate that more than anything, and it is my why. And also I want to be the best, and I want to show people I can be the best. I really had a rough career starting off, and I've never given up, not giving to give up, and I want to take myself out. But I don't want them to take me out, take attitude. So that's
a hard.
It's very hard to do. I'm
thing.
telling you, because mentally I'd be ready to crash about every other day. Can I cuss?
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That shit really gets to me sometimes, man. But we start talking about mental health, we can start going really into it.
Let's dive into it because it gets dark, man. And
it does.
Like you said, there's those days, and people see, they see Malik Jefferson, Dallas Cowboys. They don't see listen, man, everyone has. There's a few things in an athlete. One, out of high school, everyone was the stud. When you get to college, dudes are good.
It's really good.
Everyone's good. You get to the league, that margin,
excellence,
gets even thinner. So mentally, when you go from, I'm the dude to I'm kind of bottom of the totem pole all of a sudden. I'm fighting to stay on the active roster in college. I got to fight to get on the bus. All these things. Tell me about some of those dark days you've had.
I went to Texas, so it was during the time where it was a rebuilding year for them, and Coach Strong was the head coach, and we had a big recruiting class. I think we were top 3 or top 5 in the country or something like that, trying to really bring up the program and bring some sight to it. But had a first good year, win Defensive Player of the Year as a freshman. Second year was the rough time where everything happened. Things got dark. A lot of pressure on me. I didn't handle it well as a 20-year-old, 19-year-old. It was really, if people don't understand, it's really hard to be in that limelight at that young and having that much responsibility, it felt like, with school and football. So just continue to make sure that I stay motivated to what I got there for was the hardest part. And so as I continue to go through my career, I learned that all these roads, all these bumps, all these humps are learning lessons to be able to elevate yourself. And you take those trauma or whatever, however you feel about it, you take those moments and you are able to put yourself at a different level than other people, because mentally it's hard, but at the same time, you're by yourself because you're doing that shit by yourself. I don't care what you say. College football and NFL, you're doing that by yourself.
Right.
You have to wake up. You have to do the extra work. You have to do studying, all that shit. It's a job. And so doing that, and then, every level gets just harder and harder. And the more you get a routine and a formula to it, the easier you are with your life. You're more organized with your life, too, as well. I don't have kids and family, but I know those guys do. They have a certain system of how they see their kids and when they do stuff with their kids. But long answer, but
no. Keep that shit.
That shit is prominent now, and these kids need to understand, you need to see these problems or see these lessons, even in life, regular people. You see these and use them as lessons to be able to elevate yourself, even if it is the bad, the worst. Find counseling, find a good friend, find faith, do whatever you have to do for yourself. I found faith more than anything to help me out, but that shit goes a long way when you have that foundation for yourself, and you're able to pick yourself up when nobody can, because sometimes most people can't pick you up.
They can't.
And
they can't
read your mind. Can't relate. Can't do a lot of shit. And I know we can relate on a football level and everything. We can talk about college football and how that shit is.
Talk about fall camp for an hour, bro.
I know, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Fall camp. Just everything.
Everyone had their version of Hell Week or some shit.
Yeah, and then Hell Week in spring, because it was terrible. I remember one time.
Mat drills.
I remember one time our Hell Week, we were up at 4 in the morning because we were trying to learn the new playbook and shit too for spring ball. It was madness. So Yeah, it's a lot in college for sure.
It's a lot, and I think it's one of those things where you're like, you know what? There's going to be darkness before there's light, always. And I don't care if you're a 5-star recruit, #1 in the nation, or you're the pond scum fucking, like, barely got there walk-on, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through shit. Everyone's got something that's like – everyone has that day. Everyone has that day after a practice, after a camp, where they say, yo, I'm really contemplating life right now. I don't care if maybe you didn't sleep right that day. Like, maybe you didn't eat right before that thing.
That's so funny because that was me.
It just hits you wrong, and like, listen, I was on my shit, dude. Like, especially like conditioning, lifts, like prepared. Bro, I say dudes go with like full body cramps. Like, I'm talking starters.
I've never seen a full. I've never had one or seen one.
Bro, Fresno gets so hot in this 110. You're just
shit.
dead.
What do you think Texas does?
I get it, bro. Yeah, you're right. I should know.
We
who
were
I'm
out there
talking
at
to.
2 in the morning,
That's
2 in the afternoon, and it's
bro. We
110,
used to
105.
we used to practice at the hottest time of the day to make us tougher.
I don't understand that.
Hey, man, they think it's a mindset or something. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but
you know the mindset thing. I understand. Like, okay, yeah, you go. It's more like a life lesson. Like, just kind of figure it out and push through some hard shit. But doing that to get tougher. If you don't got it in you mentally, you don't have it. If you don't have if you're not a dog in you, it's not there.
I mean, I don't know how it was in your experience, but like, I think about the guys that came in with me that freshman year of college, right?
What year?
2015.
15. So we're the same year.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What?
You know Chase and Virgil.
He's my QB, bro.
That's my dog.
Jason's your dog?
We went to what?
We had the same birthday.
That's crazy. Yeah. So you're a Scorpio?
No, what? No, December 6th.
December 6th? No, you're not a Scorpio. That's okay.
Yeah.
We played against each other all growing up.
Really?
Like from Pee Wee football.
Wow.
And we were rivals in high school. He beat me the first year, and after that, I went after him. But
bro,
I was because he was committed to Mississippi State, and I think that's the time when I believe Dak or somebody was a quarterback or something like that, and they were like, oh, we basically don't need you.
Right.
And so he went to Fresno.
Yep.
And I was like, man, this guy has such a talented arm. Like,
that was a big deal for him to come.
He could really move. Like, and then after Fresno, where did he go again?
Southern Missouri,
something like that. Yeah. But
Southern Mississippi.
He's it's funny because he's killing it now. He's a coach in our hometown.
I follow him on everything, and I'm like, you love seeing your boys do well, right?
I do, same.
And it's not even like I don't even have Chase's number. Maybe I don't know if it's the same one from 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
But you hope that they're doing the best they could do, and I mean, it is what it is. But what do you think? Along all this journey of all this shit at life, like. You mentioned your faith. What are some other elements that have you used to help you overcome this darkness?
My hobbies.
Talk about your hobbies. Tell me about it, Malik.
That is big because if you don't find – I didn't find hobbies. Yeah, I didn't find hobbies until my second year in the league. Everything got a lot better. Just keep myself busy in the offseason and then feeling like you can fill that void whenever you're in that kind of headspace.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because time can go by either really fast or really slow.
Oh, bro.
When you're going through some shit, it goes by really slow.
It's like watching paint dry.
It is terrible. And it's like, it's just ever going to end. But when you're enjoying stuff, it goes by super fast. Right. You're like, dang, that just happened really fast. But, definitely hobbies. Like, I hunt, I fish. I love gaming. Dancing, I'll do whatever. The only thing I want to do is skydiving. Hell no.
No, I'm not a skydiver either.
I don't want to do any of that stuff. But all the other stuff that is like just kind of regular hobbies, I want to find new stuff. Like I wanted to go noodling. My cousin does noodling. Yeah, it's
that
crazy.
Shit looks fun.
It's hard. It's crazy though because if you're not used to it, like those things can really pull you under. Like they're strong.
Bro, have you seen some of those catfish?
Yeah, 80 pounders. It's crazy.
Bro, that's a big motherfucker, bro.
I should show you one my friend had. It was a blue cat. So they got little teeth in them.
Yeah. I know.
His arms all
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's kind of badass though. If you're like in the.
That is so gang.
That's some gangster shit, bro.
I'm like.
So chick's like, oh, what happened? Caught a fat ass catfish, bro.
But it's a great technique if something happens and you need like food.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, bro.
Understanding like.
That's caveman shit, bro.
That's straight up caveman shit.
Dude, you should get into if you like. So I like fishing, but I'm not a fisherman, bro. I can't. I can't tie the knots fast enough, bro. Like
that part I'm not good at.
It frustrates me like crazy. You have bad luck. You're like, bro, what the fuck am I doing out here? Hunting, I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like me and my brothers, we duck hunt a lot, so it's kind of our shit. But bow fishing, bro, you got to get into bow fishing.
What's bow fishing?
Bow fishing is a bow and arrow.
Oh, I've seen
it. They put a little reel on the side, a little clip on. So when you shoot, it's a heavy leaded arrow. So when you shoot, it doesn't like float. It goes to only like 30 feet or something like that, but still it goes. And it's got spear on the back. So you go. Usually you shoot carp or what's the gator fish called? Gator gar.
Oh, the gar.
Gator gar. And that in Texas actually, gator gar is huge. I follow a bunch of accounts.
Trinity River, that's where you go
bro,
and do it.
These dudes, I'm talking about monsters. It's the biggest rush, bro, out of everything.
Do people eat gator gars though?
So like the carp, people shoot the carp because they're an invasive species.
Correct.
And they kill all like the salmon, like all the good fish, mainly salmon in our area. They eat the salmon eggs. So the salmon population is like declining rapidly.
Whoa.
So you could actually, in California, get paid, like the Fish and Game or the rec board.
Game warden.
They'll pay you to kill these fish, bro.
Wow.
So you go out there and you're just smacking these fucking
carp.
Giant ass carps.
You eat carp though.
I don't eat
carp.
It is
dirty.
Bro. It's like a pigeon fish, bro.
Okay.
No. But we. I'm out there like Pocahontas, bro. I'm talking like really in there, and you go at night. So you go at night. You got a little boat. Me and my brothers, bro, we just rigged up this we got an old ass tin boat, like a 16-footer. I got a generator and put some floodlights in the front, duct tape them, baby, gorilla.
Yeah.
Turn this puppy on, float like a couple little reservoirs, little sloughs. Throw a little country music on in the background. It's a vibe.
I gotta do that.
It is so much fun.
I gotta do that.
It's kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass to like set up, but it is so much fun, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
and
okay.
You do hunt? You hunt too as well?
I hunt. I mean,
not really big out there.
It's in our area. Like Fresno itself is like a country town.
Correct.
It's a farm town. My grandparents they raised turkeys growing up my whole life.
Awesome.
So they have like 240,000 turkeys at one time.
Wow.
8 months out of the year. And I grew up in the country also, like a mile away from them. We used to have a huge problem with coyotes.
Yep.
So my grandpa would be like, hey, you guys got to take these coyotes out, man. They get in the turkey pen, they'd kill like 50 turkeys.
Yep.
You can't be having that, bro.
Yep.
Especially, this was, a couple of years back, but now there's even more and more laws. You got to have like caged houses. And my grandpa's old as shit now, so he's not doing it anymore, but we used to smoke coyotes on the regular.
Yeah, because we hunt coyotes out in East Texas a lot. They're everywhere in Texas.
I want to do that helicopter pig hunt, bro.
Yeah, the pig stuff is fun. That's fun. Have you done
the heli?
Yes, that is fun.
You've done the heli?
That is fun. That is the biggest Call of Duty.
Take me through
the biggest Call of Duty adrenaline rush you could ever have.
Take me through helicopter pig hunting.
Because it's
I want to hear it.
It's literally like a game. Like you're just sitting there. You can have you bring your own rifle,
right?
Or you
could rent
one,
right.
Or whatever. But I knew the guy, so it was super dope. Like when you feel like you're leaning out of the helicopter and just like it literally feels like you're just floating on a cloud, like because the helicopter everything's out of the way. You're just tagging pigs. It's like how good is your aim at one point? Because it's like, all right, I'm just gonna free shoot and just hit whatever I can. But then it's like, all right, let's make this a game because we got like 100 pigs just running around like crazy. Hundreds. It literally feels like Call of Duty, like on steroids.
How's that adrenaline rush?
It's insane. Because even like on a regular hunt, it's the adrenaline dump is crazy. Like when you see something and you're about to shoot it, it's insane.
Yes.
So seeing that many pigs, it was just like this isn't real.
It's a bucket list item for me. Before I got married, I was considering like that being my bachelor trip, like just going to a dude ranch in Texas. And we're going heli fucking pig hunting.
You definitely should do that and take this with you and then like have videos
do it live,
and do it
live.
Got the
oh
juice.
shit! If I do this shit, Malik, I'm not kidding. I want you there.
Okay. I can possibly set it up. Just let me know.
Dude, I'm game. So is it in Dallas or is it like closer to?
It's like south of Dallas.
Is it in Bryan?
Like Red Oak, Waxahachie area down there.
Okay. My sister lives in College Station.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know if they actually do it out there, but there's so much you can do. They have it in multiple areas, but
yeah.
Texas is a good place for like hunting, fishing, everything. It's just outdoorsy. I really like it. So
hell yeah.
They got some exotic ranches and stuff too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know.
I'm not big on that.
Nah.
I don't want to shoot something in a zoo. That's my thing.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
And I'm like, I could just go to Colorado and do the whole shebang.
I lived in Utah for 2 years, and me and my buddy, they had a coyote problem out there. So we got our ARs, and bro, I'm from Fresno. It is not. The first time I saw snow was when I played Boise State, bro. Like,
so you played against Layton?
Yes.
Yes.
He beat us. We beat him once in the championship type shit.
Yeah.
But long story short, bro, we were like, everyone said you got to kill coyotes in Utah. Like, it's an invasive species. They pay you $50 a head.
Wow.
$500 for a cougar.
Did that in Texas?
$500 for a cougar.
Oh, so that's why the cougar population went down.
So get this. So we go, bro, we're from Fresno, California. We've lived here for 2 weeks. We got our rifles. I asked for snow camo for Christmas because I was like, I'm going to get out there, bro.
Nice.
I have to.
Nice.
So we buy like the OnX app. Like, I'm looking at maps. I'm asking the locals at the bar, like, yo, we're trying to go smoke some coyotes. Like, where should we go? They give us like this pinpoint on this old dude, eye patch. It's like right there. That's a good little creek. All right, we hike like 5 miles, hella high elevation. I got a badass picture. I have my rifle. I snow wrapped my rifle.
Oh,
I was in
Call of Duty.
I'm talking. I'll show you these pictures. You're like, that's raw, bro.
Yeah.
But we sit down and we just got done playing. My boy played at Stanford, and this was the January after we just finished our last season in December, right? So we're in still D1 shape.
Yeah.
That elevation, you start climbing up, bro. You'd climb 10 feet.
How were you? Do you know?
I think it was like 14,000.
Oh my God.
Oh no, we were way the fuck up there, bro. And it was cold as shit, but your adrenaline was. You climb 10 feet, and I need like a 30-minute break because the elevation starts getting you.
Yeah, 10,000 is crazy.
So
10,000 it hurts.
Bro, we got up. It was stupid. My buddy got a bloody nose off of it. Bro, we get set up. Great little valley. And all of a sudden, we hear.
Grizzly?
I look at him. We're like, obviously you don't want to be in the same shooting fire, so we're like 20 feet away, maybe like both aimed at the same direction. And then we hear.
Oh, wow.
And then you hear. What they do is they release the hounds, and they go tree these cougars, and they go shoot the cougars out of the tree.
Whoa.
Bro, when I say I feel like I was in the deleted scene of Lion King.
That's an adrenaline rush.
I was like, oh, my God. And then you hear, ga. Dogs barking. We're like, well, shit, our hunt's ruined, right? Like, we didn't even know these guys were out there. And it was a distance, but still, the lion sound was crazy. Echoed this whole valley. Anyways, we're walking down. I'm like, shit, man. Let's eat some beef jerky, enjoy the views, I guess. Like, we're not going to call anything in at this point. Bro, these dudes got this little, 4x4 fat-ass cougar.
Wow. And
a cougar, for those who don't know, it's a lion.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a lion.
Yeah.
This table, big as this table.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, wait till you see that thing.
Yeah.
And even though it was dead, all I was thinking was like, bro, what if it's not? That thing would eat my face off.
I've seen one cougar, and then I've seen a cougar mixed with a bobcat. It's crazy. I got a friend who hunted one. It was probably the biggest bobcat I ever seen in my life.
Bro, bobcats are a little rowdy motherfuckers.
They are.
Yeah.
I actually am more scared of bobcats than most of those animals out there because they're quick as shit, and they can get to you. Bro. They can get to you really fast.
Dude, I love it. Malik, let's talk about the league real quick. Talk to me the business side of it. I mean, I know you've experienced it. I know you've experienced how, it's a cutthroat business. It stands for not for long. Your first time you had to switch teams.
I was a third-round draft pick, and I got cut after my second year because the new coaching staff came in.
The business of the league.
It's the most gut-wrenching feeling, and I just didn't know how to recover for a really, really, really long time, honestly.
Yeah.
And so when I got the chance to recover, it was, I wouldn't say too late, but I already had a stigma on myself that I wasn't that kind of player.
Right.
So every year I've just been trying to prove myself that I'm even better than I was before coming in, and all you can do is just keep trying. The business part sucks of it because there's so many guys coming in and out of the door, so you're not as valued as you get older. You know that. So just trying to keep relationships with people and trying to get somebody to just believe in me is all I need, because once I get that chance, it's gonna be mine after that.
Right.
And that's all it takes. You just gotta have the love for the game to have that mindset to keep going. I love football a lot.
Yeah.
What I went through and how many teams I've changed every year, most guys would have quit after the second time.
Yeah.
And so I hate the business part of it. I wish it was more old school, just whoever the best players out there gets to play, but that's unfortunately not what we do now, so it's okay.
Who's a dude in the league that kind of took you under their wing, that's been a good, mentor, big bro?
Vontaze Burfict.
Why?
He's actually one of the smartest players I've ever met in the NFL.
From like a
Cincinnati Bengals, yes. That guy that everybody talks so bad about, he's a real teddy bear and a real good guy at heart, for real.
What did he do for you that really stuck out?
He was hard on me in the way of a sense to make me better.
Right.
And the stuff he was saying to me was only to elevate me.
Not to be a dickhead. But
yeah, no, of course not. Not to be a dickhead at all. I think a lot of guys don't have the right approach.
They come off wrong.
But they have the genuine feeling.
Right.
And you can't be sensitive when people come and talk to you and tell you the real about stuff. And I wasn't, I just wish that I would have took things a little more serious when he was talking to me. But he still have been a great mentor and looked out for me and talked game with me if I wanted to, the whole nine. And you look at people, and there's a lot of selfish guys in the league that are going to take care of themselves only, but he's definitely a guy he's not out of the league, but when I was in the league, he looked after me.
What do you think is the biggest trait that separates you from everyone else, in your position?
I had a lot of speed and power, man. I'm like, when I see something, I go get it, and I'm going to hit you as hard as I can with no fucks given.
Yeah.
Like, if I get hurt, I get hurt. That's the
fuck
position at linebacker. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally like the last 5 yards. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. Like, if I get ran over, I'm going to make sure I get that tackle,
Right.
But I'm going to hit them as hard as I can because I want to make sure that I'm playing as physical as I can so they feel my presence. So with the speed and power, I try not to be touched because mentally it's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here. Like, if you're scared, don't be out there.
Oh, you can't play scared. You can't play scared at anything, let alone football.
A lot of people do, though.
Really?
Really surprised. Hell yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the coolest things about football, that if you could literally, it's a skill. We take advantage of this. If you could say, listen, I have to turn off the human nature voice in my head that has some logic of like, this is a bad idea here. This is a bad idea here.
Yeah.
Shit's probably not going to be good long-term for my health after this instant. You have to go, fuck it.
Exactly.
Literally, you have to. You mentioned get that tackle. How shitty is it to make a tackle and not get credited for the tackle?
Oh, that sucks.
Dude.
You hear it on the speaker, you're like, what the fuck? How the fuck did you miss that? I'm by myself.
It's most of the time that you're really like in there too, and they see the number.
Everybody's on top of you. You're just like, bro, I cannot breathe down here. Can you please get me off the pile?
Neck, like got a horseshoe on it now, and you're like, yo, something's really wrong with my body. And they're calling some guy who just, did the old touch on the top. You're like,
oh,
bro,
my God.
Hey, I need that tackle.
That's funny, though, because I've had a couple of those, and sometimes they're really weird because it's kind of, like I said, it's like you can't breathe. Like, it's really scary down there. And so
you almost get claustrophobic.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I just try to keep my head down and my eyes closed, and I'm like, I feel once everybody's off of me, like I'm good.
The load lightens up a little bit.
See, that's why you got to hit people hard as fuck, and then they just fall down instantly. Exactly. When you hit them that hard, they'd be like, oh, I don't want that no more.
What's the hardest hit you ever been in?
Like, who gave me the most physical battle?
I'm talking like, oh.
There's a guy, he doesn't play in the league anymore, but if he ever was healthy, he had two major knee surgeries, and he played Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. I don't know
Rodney
if you remember
Anderson.
him.
Yeah.
Rodney Anderson was probably one of the heaviest backs I went against. In college, that last game we played against Oklahoma, we went squared up, and it was like old school one-on-one drill. I was like, "Ooh, shit!" He got the best of me once, and I got the best of him, and then we had like a even one because we were both like, "Damn." But he had my respect.
Yeah.
Ever since then, and I was like, "Man, yeah, that kid runs hard as shit."
Wow.
I love that because I was like, "Oh yeah, this is football right here." That's the real clicking. It just keeps clicking at that point because you're like, "This is all over."
The knob comes off the head and
Keeps
just
fucking going. You just enjoy it. It's so stupid, but you enjoy that shit. Like,
bro, it's just the boys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What gets you fired up? Like, what gets you going?
Somebody disrespecting me.
Like, give me like an exact time instant that when you're like, yo. You don't have to pinpoint a person, but I'm saying like, is this pregame? Is this
middle game for sure?
Middle of the game.
Middle game for sure.
Second
Somebody
quarter,
starts talking shit, it's over.
Because you don't start it.
I never started.
You never talk. As soon as someone says some shit.
Oh yeah. That shit just keeps clicking. I'm telling you. I just like, yeah, you're gonna hear from me the rest of the game, but I'm gonna try to dog the shit out of you every time I get the truth.
Do not talk shit to Malik.
And if I don't care if you're continuously whooping my ass or something, like I'm gonna find a fucking way. I promise you. Nobody's ever just continuously. First of all, let me put this on camera. Nobody has ever just dogged the shit out of me, like ever. I'm gonna fight back regardless. You're gonna feel me either way it goes. I'm that competitive part of me, like it'll never leave. That's why I feel like I play football. Is just so competitive all the time, and you just want to keep going. Like that's what I'm saying. So that's why I get like a lot of guys when they're done with the league. It's like hard to like figure out what they want to do in life, and I see you doing this successfully, and that's a credit to you. So
I appreciate that.
It's very hard for us to figure out
Bro,
what we want to do and how we want to do life because it's always about competition.
It's about competition, and literally, like one of the reasons I started this is because I was in that period. Sports was taken away from me, and you're like, where do I put so much into being the best athlete, competitor I could possibly be? Where I have all this juice, this energy, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I never read a book all growing up, like, maybe like Hunger Games in like 6th grade or some bullshit. I started reading all these like Navy SEAL books, listening to Audible, and I just realized, like, if you could take that same energy, that same grit, hot shit that's taken me as long as I have to succeed athletically, I can apply that to different avenues of life. Okay. It's something, right? At least it's a start.
Correct.
Because there's so many dudes, and I'm not here to talk shit on them, but like, you see dudes where, they're just not doing anything anymore.
Exactly. It sucks.
And
everybody's so talented in some way. They just need somebody to help them figure that part of it out because that is the hardest part.
So hard.
You've been locked in this whole realm, and that's why I said hobbies. You've been locked in this whole realm for how long? How many years you play football? And it's continuously on your head when you get to college.
Yeah.
And if you make it to the pros, like you've been doing it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And you're never giving yourself anything.
Yeah.
You give yourself something by creating hobbies and meeting people and talking to people and doing networking and all that stuff. So it's going to be hard when you leave. And I know one day when I'm done, because every day for me it gets shorter and shorter because I'm on the bottom of the roster.
Yep.
So I have to make sure that I'm talking to the right people, communicating with the right people, like what I want to do for my future, how I want to use my talent to help somebody else out or help myself out. And so a lot of guys have never tapped into that, and they should.
Right.
In college, for sure. But that's cool. This is awesome. I'm proud of what you've done as a former athlete.
Man.
Yeah, that's dope.
I appreciate it.
That's dope as fuck.
It makes it really natural, too, to, like, have studs on like yourself where, I try to make it as non-press conference-y as possible. Like I said, usually we're sipping whiskey, maybe smoking cigars, slamming Coors Lights, like easy conversation.
Yeah.
If you end up coming to Fresno, I'll show you my studio. It's the 3rd bedroom of my house, bro.
Smart.
Lay out some chips and salsa, give you bring the juice hats, merch as you could have. And, dude, it's just like athletes appreciate it because it's a normal conversation.
Correct.
It's a human being conversation. I never once asked you, like, what's it feel to score a touchdown? Bro, it feels good to score a touchdown, bro.
I've only scored one in college.
Hey.
I scored a lot in high school, though, because
bro, fuck it. But I'm saying shit is difficult, and to be able to have a refreshing human being conversation.
Yeah.
People appreciate it, and I think athletes appreciate it. It's like, let's just keep a good thing going now, bro.
No, it's true because, like, even in the room we're in, like, there's a lot of people talking about their free agents. There's a lot of people talking about football. Like, I was talking about just some stuff earlier about just my career from high school to Texas to the NFL. Like,
right.
And it's not a bad thing, but I'm very confident talking about it. But some guys are just not good at it.
It's
guys
it's
don't
okay.
want to talk about that.
Yeah.
And so having this and a genuine talking, guys laid back, relaxed, doing what they want to do, that's where it is. That's where everything about being a football player, athlete, whatever you are, is coming out of you and just letting you be yourself. And that's the beauty in what you're doing. So keep that going for guys.
Malik, I appreciate you. Malik Jefferson, everybody. We'll make sure we collab on the gram. Sure. I'm going to get you out to Fresno. We'll do some hot shit.
For sure.
And follow Malik on the gram. Fucking bring the juice. Stay keeping your piss hot.
Fire me hot.
Up. And stay rowdy, boys. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you.